friends, welcome to our last video. This is our last video of our 6-week Ephesians study. This has been so good and so much good stuff in the book of Ephesians. If you have not read through it yet, make sure you go do that. Make sure you go spend some time reading through Ephesians, especially when it comes to the armor of God, understanding this armor so that you're geared up for your day. So this last week we've been talking about this sword of the Spirit, which is the Word of God. We talked on Tuesday about how it was a practical tool. The Word of God, the sword, was readily available to strike down when needed. And the same is true with the Word of God. If we bury it in our heart and memorize it, it's readily available. When those lies come, we can pull out the truth. Another purpose of the sword in battle, beyond the practical use, the tactical use, was that it also had symbolic meaning. If you had a sword, it represented power, authority, and courage, right? Not everyone was walking around with a sword. Only the knights were, and the knights were people of courage. The knights had authority and power. Their sword was symbolic of that. So let's think about that when it comes to the Word of God. The Word of God is symbolic for us in life. It is our power. The Word of God is where we get our power. When we know this truth, we can walk our day-to-day life in the authority that Christ has given us. When we know this truth, we can walk around a little different with our head held high, knowing who we are because of the Word of God. We can walk in courage. Think about situations in your life that have been difficult, that have been hard, that have been scary, that maybe you have not wanted to do. Maybe there's a situation like that right now in your life where you know you need to do something, but maybe you're afraid. I encourage you, get into the Word of God today. Find your strength and courage from that. The sword of the Spirit, the Word of God, is our strength, our courage, our power, our authority. When we know it, we can do those hard things. We can walk forward in a confidence that we would not have without the truth of God. The truth of God is our confidence and our courage, our boldness and our power. So today, what is an area of your life that you need to walk forward in courage? You need to walk forward in authority and power. Open up the Word of God. Pull out your sword. Open up the Word of God and find that courage you need today to step forward. And that concludes our 6-week Ephesians study. I hope you join me for the next one. We're going to start another study in 2 weeks. We'll have a rest week, take a break for a week, and then we'll start again in 2 weeks. So I would love to have you join me for that one. Don't forget, armor up. God has given you the armor you need. Armor up every day. I'll see you guys next time.